Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or hello to anybody who subscribed. Today I wanted to do the January book tag. I saw Cherry Actually Reads just did this and I really liked it. Okay, so I said, you know what, let me go ahead and jump on it because I love a questionnaire. I love a good questionnaire. So this was created by Jen Adigan, and I'm going to put their information in the box along with the questions. It's short, sweet. Let's get into it. I'm very excited. Question 1. What was the last and first, if you remember, book you read last year? One of the first books I read last year was Camp Slaughter. So freaking good. I loved that book. It was a slasher. It was horror. So amazing. I could not recommend it. I could not recommend it enough. I thought it was fantastic. And I think the last book I read of last year was, damn, I want to cheat because my iPad's right here and I can look at Goodreads. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it after I guess. I think the last book I read was the first book in the Noodle Shop Mystery series. Yeah, I finished the first book in the series last year. Let's see if I was right. I think I did finish that one last. Oh, well, no, I was so wrong. Okay. Well, I don't always put these in order, but I actually think the one I finished Jade Legacy. I think that was the one I finished right before, or I let myself, like, I was reading multiple books. I think that was the last one I finished where I was like, okay, like it's literally going to be like a few days before January 1st. I'm just going to call it here. So it was Jade Legacy. Still fantastic. Loved it. If you didn't see, I said I loved it. So what is your first read this year? So my first read was a graphic novel, Klaus. I read like 3 graphic novels very, very quickly the very first day. It was Klaus, Magical Beatdown, and Rat Queens Volume 8. I was still in the middle, I think, of reading something else, but those, like, I rapid fire read and put on my Goodreads. Really good. Question 3, share 3 of your reading goals this year. So as far as reading is concerned, obviously the big one, I want to read 200 books this year. I think I can do it. I'm pretty confident I will. If I can get to 100 by the summer, I've got this. I can do it. The second thing would be read what I own. So, yeah, I haven't put a ban on myself. I've still continued to buy books, mostly manga though, and nonfiction. So they count, but then in my mind they don't. Don't ask how I rationalize that. Like I literally just bought the box set of Bleach, and then I last night bought like 2 nonfiction books and then 2 volumes of Hunter x Hunter. I have a problem. But what I mean is I need to read the books that, obviously need to read the ones that I just fucking bought, but I need to read all of these freaking adult fantasy books I have. I did a video earlier last year of all the fantasy books that I own that I haven't read yet. I'm doing a decent job. I started on Furyborn. That's a series, and I think I got this. So the second one is finish what I read. And then the third one, what's another bookish goal I'd like? What's a bookish goal? I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm not going to have to do this. I think that what I've since bought, I won't end up disliking. But if there's anything on my bookshelves that I'm really not feeling, I really, really do want to finish them, but DNF. I want to get even better about DNFing books that I'm not enjoying because I don't want to end up in a really, really bad reading slump. So DNF when I'm really feeling it. Don't try to keep going just to have said I read it when I know I'm not going to enjoy it. I like giving books 4 and 5 stars. I know there's some people who are like, how can you really be a reviewer if you're giving everything 5 stars? It's based on what I like, okay? And I only want to read things that I like. Why the hell would I not want to do that? But no judgment. Slightly judgment, but not total judgment. If you do that, whatever. I don't want to read books I don't like, okay? I want to have fun. I'm going to be 32, okay? Do I have the time to read and watch things I don't like? Technically, yes. Do I want to? No. So it's a no for me. So there you have it. Question 4, share 3 of your most anticipated titles. So I'm going to have to go to Goodreads for this one because I am so bad at remembering anything that I put on my want to read list. So let's look at my profile because there are, well, yeah, I can just go ahead. I'm definitely wanting and looking forward to reading the book that's going to come out in the Noodle Shop Mystery series this year. Let me look it up because I want to give you the name. Oh, so the 8th installment of the Noodle Shop Mystery, Hot and Sour Suspects, comes out this month, actually, on the 25th. So I'm not going to get to it by the 25th. I'm only on book 3. But I definitely am excited about that. I really anticipate reading this entire series this year. And like, maybe that should have been one of my goals. But, you know, I'm fairly confident. I think I can do it. I'm really looking forward to reading Hide by Kirsten White. That comes out on the 24th of May. Somebody recommended this horror novel on TikTok where I'm now getting a lot of my book recommendations from. It has evolved, y'all, from book 2 to book talk. I'm a mess. And then was there another one? Yeah, I think this one. Oh, this comes out this month too. Devil House by John Darnielle. And that one comes out on the 25th as well. I'll put pictures and everything. I should have already put pictures at this point, so I had no reason to say that. It is what it is. So those are 3 that I'm really anticipating. So two scary. Well, all technically scary, just 2 more scarier than one, because one is a cozy mystery. Question 5, which goals did you not reach last year? I am very lucky. I pretty much reached every goal that I wanted. I wanted to read 150 books last year, and I believe I read 152. That was like the only thing I really wanted. The one I didn't was the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. So I was doing the Naruto TBR challenge, and there were a few months where there was a break, and I was still pulling cards, but I kind of just like at the end of the year stopped really wanting to read any of the books that were on the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. Not in a bad way. I was enjoying myself, but I was noticing that even though I cleared a lot of those cards, I was not reading a lot of the books that I put on there. So the goal that I met was my reading goal. The goal that I didn't meet was the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. I believe I printed off the 2022 one. Just to see if I wanted to participate. I'm not really sure. It definitely seems might be a little bit harder for me. So I'm just going to go back to my mood reader roots and just read what I feel and also, you know, read what I have, because I cannot keep buying new books, especially for a reading challenge. Gotta put a stop to it. Question 6, are there any new releases this year you've heard of that you have no desire to read? No, honestly. I should have watched more anticipated release videos, because a lot of people made some already. I think some people made them in December and some people made them in January. I haven't watched a single one. I don't know why. I always am randomly picking and choosing what I don't want to watch, because I'm like, well, I don't want to be spoiled for something. Again, don't ask me to rationalize why I do and say what I do and say. It is all over the place. But there's really nothing that I have heard. There's nothing I have heard about that I'm not interested in. I don't think. So the answer to that is no. Because I don't even know what all is coming out this year. And half the time, if I am looking it up, it's something that I actually want to read. So I don't look up things that I don't want to read, and I haven't heard of anything that I don't want to read. I guess the only thing is I know that I'm not a fan of like young adult contemporary that much, so I'm not really anticipating any of those books that are coming out. I'm going to give some a try if they look interesting, but I know this is just not for me. Question 7, what are some reading habits you want to change this year, if any? Like I said earlier, I want to be more adamant about DNF a book if I'm not interested in it. I don't want to force myself to read something that I don't enjoy, and I want to free myself from forcing myself to read long adult fantasy. I still really like adult fantasy, but I realize, and honestly, I'm so glad I started doing BookTube because it's allowed me to realize I do like adult fantasy, but not as much as I thought I did, because some of these series can be so long to the point where it's like you forget everything that's going on. Like the Lightbringer series, I really loved that at first with by Brent Weeks. By the time I got to the final book, I realized I am so over this series. It's been so long. There's so many point of views. I can't follow it, and I had to give it up. So I am going to be a lot more firm on DNFing books, and I believe that that's going to really end up being adult fantasy books. And I don't even want to buy adult fantasy books anymore. What was the question again? Let me look at it. It was reading habits you want to change this year. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to read that many new release adult fantasies. I already said I wanted to read what I have, so what I own now is nothing that's new in terms of like this year, nothing in 2022. So I'm going to read my volumes, my books, my adult fantasy that I already own. I don't want to buy. I did decide though, if I am interested in adult fantasy, I will only listen to it as an audiobook, because it seems like that's the best way and easiest way for me to get through it, and most successful way. I loved the Greenbone Saga. That was fantastic. I read the first book, but they kept getting longer. That's just how adult fantasy is. So I decided to listen to the two, Jade City, Jade Legacy, Jade War. So I listened to Jade War and Jade Legacy as an audiobook. Amazing. Didn't lose anything from it and loved the narrator. So yeah, those are some of the things that I want to do. Those are the reading habits I'm changing and sticking to, basically. Question 8, are there any adaptations you're excited about? I don't think so. I don't read a lot of adaptations, I don't think. So no. The answer is no. Easy, quick answer, no. Question 9, favorite bookish memory of last year? What did I do last year? Honestly, my favorite bookish memory, as far as this channel getting to a year, that was exciting. I don't want to say like I didn't think I would make it. I stick to things for the most part. I don't give up all the time. But having that year video was really, really cool. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I made it to a year. I'm having fun doing BookTube. Surprise. And then I guess some other things, like there were some books that really were freaking awesome last year that blew my mind. Like I really loved The Gilded Ones. I didn't expect that I was going to absolutely love that book. I finished the Women's War trilogy, that final book. I remember sitting in my car outside of work, crying, damn near bawling my eyes out. And I got that early on NetGalley. NetGalley was a cool thing for last year. I got accepted to like read certain things that are just like so freaking cool. And the fact that I got like approved to read the last book in that series was awesome. Such a good book. Hopefully one day I will have the confidence to do like a real like review of the series for you guys, because I love it. I wish more people would read it. I don't hear anybody talk about it. And I think it's really good. And then question 10, Carryovers from last year that you still plan on finishing. Oh my God. I still need to finish my reread up to, whichever volume I get tired of reading of the Anita Blake series. So yeah, that's a goal I had last year. I did technically think that I was going to finish rereading that whole series last year, so maybe that should be an answer for one of those questions, but I'm definitely going to finish reading that. I need to finish reading the Girls of Paper and Fire series. I've started the last book there. I need to finish the last book in the Guild of Wolves trilogy. So those are two series that I'm like, literally I have the last book to read. And then of course, Furyborn as a series I need to finish. So I've got quite a few. Oh, and I have to finish Noragami. I have not finished that series. I think I made it to volume 10, I think. 10 or 15, because my mom got me 5 volumes for Christmas. So I think I finished at volume 13, something like that, blah, 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 blah. So I've got like a manga series that I'm not done with, and then I've got those few adult fantasy series that I'm so close to being done with. I can taste it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Anybody who wants to do the January TBR tag, please feel free to do it. I tag you now. Yeah. Do the tag if you'd like to. It was fun. I liked it. Maybe be a little more prepared with me. Be a little bit more prepared than I was. But yes, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like the video, subscribe to me. Hit the notification bell. And thank you everybody who is subscribed and followed me. I really appreciate it. Y'all are amazing. So thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good day. Goodbye.